Yes, 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 Kenyans. Tamu sana. I say tamu sana. Yes. Today, One Kenya Alliance principles were at Karen hosted by one Moses Masika Wetangula. And from their arrangement, the arrangements sitting just confirms that maybe Gideon Moi is the leader of the group. And this has really created a lot of sensation in the social media. If you look at Denis Itumbi's Facebook account and Twitter handle, he's saying that these people have just endorsed Gideon Moi. If you look at this lawyer, Ahmed Nasir, is saying the same thing. So actually, Gideon Moi, if you observe keenly the political developments in this country, just tells you that Gideon Moi sits in a special seat in the One Kenya Alliance. Recently, all the handshake brigades were all invited to State House, and the person who read the statement on their behalf, including the president and Raila, was one Gideon Moi. That also caused a lot of friction, especially by Raila, from Raila's group, who felt that Gideon Moi was too junior to address, or rather to read a statement on behalf of somebody like Raila. So it really caused a lot of some kind of tension and friction. But I've always maintained in this channel, folks, that the original plot of the handshake was to throw out William Ruto and then bring in Raila Amolo Odinga to cement Uhuru's plot of making Gideon Moi the president. And the only way Uhuru wanted to make Gideon Moi the president was through a Raila presidency. Raila would just serve as a transitional president to pave way for Gideon Moi's presidency in 2027. That's the original plot. And sometimes I fail to understand how the likes of Kalonzo and Mudavadi are still expecting to be endorsed. You know, Uhuru is coming out as a very clever politician. Uhuru knows very well that it would be very, very hard for the likes of Kalonzo and Mudavadi maybe to support Raila again. And Uhuru was trying to checkmate William Ruto, because Uhuru knows should he let this Kalonzo and Mudavadi lose, they might easily form a coalition with William Ruto, and that might also complicate his arithmetic for Gideon Moi. And also Uhuru wants to take charge of his succession by bringing all these former NASA principals together so that they can team up with Gideon Moi, so that when they bargain or negotiate with Raila Amolo Odinga, they negotiate as the superior team, because therefore Raila is one. That's what maybe Uhuru is trying to do. And I still maintain, and I strongly believe, that the original plot of the handshake was to make Gideon Moi president through a Raila presidency. And the thing is still in plot. Just recently, about a week now, Murathe made it very clear that after all, One Kenya Alliance may work with Raila eventually. Murathe, you know, when Murathe speaks, it has some strong connotation to the president. He made it very clear that after all, even yesterday, in his Facebook handle, he hinted something like Raila be reggae, something like reggae. So it's very most likely that Uhuru wants the One Kenya Alliance to front Gideon Moi as their leader. And then upon fronting Gideon Moi as their leader, Gideon Moi is going to bargain, or rather negotiate on their behalf with one Raila Amolo Odinga. So that Gideon Moi will just be taking care of interest of One Kenya Alliance, assuming they form the government. That's the only way maybe they have decided to checkmate Raila Amolo Odinga. Because according to them, the way they have been talking, they are saying that Raila is a very untrustworthy politician and they cannot trust him more. So they want to form an alliance so that they can be checking Raila's presidency. I strongly believe that's the original plot, ladies and gentlemen. So if you look at all these One Kenya Alliance principles, I strongly believe, and this is not my, this is my opinion, but I strongly believe that the person who has votes, who has a concrete block of votes in this group is only one Kalonzo Musyoka. These other ones, Gideon Moi has nothing. Wetangula, zero. Mudavadi, zero. In fact, Mudavadi's voting block only depends on one condition, that he is the candidate, that he is the presidential candidate. If he is not the presidential candidate, as long as Raila Amolo Odinga is still there, Raila will take the bigger chunk of the Luhya vote. I'm talking that and I'm saying that without any fear of contradiction. If Mudavadi is not the presidential candidate in One Kenya Alliance, and maybe Raila contests on his own, Raila will get the bigger chunk of the Luhya vote. So One Kenya Alliance is really at a fix. To bag the Luhya vote, they must put front Mudavadi as the candidate. But then that's not Uhuru's plan. Uhuru's plan is a Gideon Moi presidency, but through a Raila presidency. Because Uhuru knows pretty well that assuming he fronts Gideon Moi and Raila is not in the team, then it simply means he can only bank on the Kikuyu vote, or rather on the Mount Kenya vote, and maybe on the Kamba vote. Kalenjin vote will definitely maybe go to William Ruto. If maybe Baringo, assuming Uhuru fronts Gideon Moi, Baringo might go with Gideon Moi. Then the rest of the Kalenjin land must tilt toward William Ruto. Then if you come to the Mulembe land, these lawyers here, if you front Gideon Moi and Mudavadi is not in the race, Raila will get 80% of the Luhya votes. Take that to the bank. So it's a little bit confusing for Uhuru Kenyatta. And this is why you see him trying to make allies, trying to form coalition, trying to bring some romance with Raila Amolo Odinga. He is receiving daily intelligence from the ground, and he knows that all these principles, calling themselves One Kenya principles, these are just empty shells. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So that is that. Some people were asking me about the Sputnik vaccine, this one for COVID-19. I did it about some hours earlier, and I did upload that video where I put it very clear that the government has banned the Sputnik vaccine simply because they believe it has not been certified by the World Health Organization and by the Kenya Pharmacy and Poisons Board. People were asking about the vaccine. So that is the true position of the matter. And people also wanted to know who imported the vaccine. The vaccine was imported by a private company in the name of Dinlas Pharma Limited, a company closely linked to Samuel Mburu, who is the husband of Nakuru Senator Susan Kihika. Yes, that is the fact. The company is closely linked to one Samuel Mburu, the husband to Susan Kihika. Otherwise, folks, if you've bumped on this video for the very first time, tap on the subscription button, but don't forget to give this video a like. In this channel, we do a daily political analysis on new events and trending issues. So for you not to miss any event in Kenya, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tap on the notification bell. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you.